Like, so yeah, there's only in-game music when you're like when you're in the car, and the music changes depending on which island you're on.
All the more reason to do a car only run.
Yep, exactly. To get be the music in your own montage.
God, why are there so many collectibles? This game is not good enough to warrant that.
It is literally like it's an exploration bonus. Like it's a nice little kind of like reward for like landing on this platform, and it boosts a couple of skills up in the meantime. They're quite handy starting off in the game because, like broadly speaking, I think I just started like hitting bosses straight away. I was getting my ass kicked, so it helps to
Yes.
like at least one or two skills up before you start, and then you can start going hell for leather.
Yes, but this is in like the final area of the final like mission.
This is final. This is it. Like this is the
Yeah, so
last
if you
boss.
haven't collected everything else in this sandbox game up to now, then
No, like the vast majority of what I've got here is from basically like miniature all the other enemies and trying to change up the way I kill people every now and then.
yeah, the more I hear about this game, the less I like it.
Like again, it's just there's very little to it. Like it
Also,
is
the space
oh,
is completely wasted here. The feng shui is all off.
and that's the real crime. I'm sure you'll agree.
Yeah, no, I don't believe that the Chinese developed this living space, or this working space. Very unrealistic.
Yeah. Are you saying they're a fake triad? Is what you're saying?
No, I'm saying that the game developers clearly didn't research.
No, I mean that much is very fucking evident.
Oh,
Like
it's
they
time.
literally are just. So who you're hearing there is Wang. We are now close enough to hear him saying the same lines.
See you in bastard.
You will pay.
I mean, sure. Well, can we go Dutch?
I'll meet you halfway. French.
That was an appropriate response to getting shot 4 times.
Why?
Tell me where Wang is.
Where's the bomb?
You're meant to ask them before you shoot them. Oh,
Oh, see, that's where I'm going wrong. That's why he hasn't spawned in yet, because you actually haven't asked where he is. Oh, he's just there on the left. Yeah, he's in the bonsai. Oh yeah, grand, thanks.
tell me where I can find your bomb.
You will pay.
Oh, it's for me. You shouldn't have. Jonathan, I'm very disappointed that you didn't try to ring the gong.
Yeah, I realized that when I was too like transfixed on actually completing the level that I never played hit the gong. Rest assured, later on I do actually hit the gong.
Does it gong?
It gongs.
Okay.
Yeah.
10 out of 10, best game ever.
Is this a fucking rule of rose globe spinning thing again? Like
If I
gameplay can
see
be
if I see an object that you'll be interactable with, that I have no reason to believe will be interactable with based on the standard of the game thus far, and I can interact with it, I will be happy.
Man, yeah. It's not even double standards, it's half standards you have.
It's half standard squared, which is
Yeah.
somehow less.
And here we are.
Was that Wang?
So Wang is actually above us. He is there. Wait, or rather, all of his goons are there.
Take that, goon.
So we've actually hit him with that rocket. You can hear him wailing out in.
Yes, I can hear 1,000 voices crying out in pain, which are then suddenly silenced. I'm in tune with the force, yes.
Yes, very good.
Oh.
So the problem is now, right? This is where there's a bit of a snooker because basically, from those two doors, there's going to be constantly respawning enemies, right?
Okay.
And I think the game is expecting you to have level 4 agility for this boss. Because if you have level 4 agility, you can basically hop onto the roof that's in the middle of the floor, and you can then jump up and grab onto the ledge and kick the shit out of Wang. However, I have level 3, so theoretically, I can't reach him.
Yes.
Which means I have to get a bit creative on how I find him or kill him. Like, he's literally just there. You can see him. And it's very frustrating because like you are agonizingly close to the ledge.
But it's time to die.
Yes, but like how am I going to fulfill that promise if I am not able to reach him? You know? This is the real puzzle. It definitely isn't a design flaw. And a bit of an upside from them.
Was he just pushed back slightly by the grenade, and it's meant to be that when you take out the first row, he walks forward? But you broke his AI?
That's kind of what happened in the end. And believe me, that works to my advantage now momentarily. So, but it's still me trying to figure out, okay, can I actually reach him, or do I have to be smart about this? So obviously, with level 3, I can't. So I have to.
Also, why is he as loud on this floor as he was 3 floors down?
He's got speakers.
He threw his voice.
He's explicitly installed speakers just to taunt a guy on the off chance one of the agents will fight their way up in a one-man army style.
And you know what? He was right.
You know what? I respect the hustle.
Yeah.
Like that's a level of planning that, you know, you just don't see anymore.
It's hard to find good criminal crime bosses, isn't it? Like, megalomaniacs are so hard to find nowadays.
And all the goons coming out of the break room one after another. At least they're taking turns.
Although in fairness, like that guy has been coming out like of the same elevator like 4 times now. So like, you know, need to jazz it up a bit.
What was that noise?
Possibly. So now here's how I get rid of him.
Oh, you're going to hell? Poor boy.
Yeah.
When I say commit war crimes, don't apologize. I didn't mean that.
Like,
I mean, he was just an old man.
yes, but he was the oldest criminal of them all.
Like,
upholding the message while using extreme force to suppress any signs of civilian support for the corporation's.
he was using extreme force.
I mean,
you've got a standard issue rocket launcher.
In fairness, we did steal them from the Russian gang, so fair's fair.
Your boss is dead. You're not even getting paid for that.
Yeah.
Wang and his team have been put to rest. The Shai Gen's blue-collar support structure is running amok. Peacekeepers have them under surveillance.
There's a blue-collar support structure for the Shai Gen.
Yes. Yes. Well, the blue-collar workers. Yeah. Oh. What?
Yeah. Again, the game just wouldn't let me ragdoll. So
he couldn't go floppy body.
Couldn't go floppy body, unfortunately. But it means that we're now. This is pretty much the epilogue.
All right. I just want to say that looking at that mini map, this is a very small game.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
How is it so shit?
But
you didn't put the resources into the map. You clearly didn't put them into anything else. Where's it going?
I don't know. Like it's so as I understand it, the game was like had a bit of developmental hell. It was meant to be an Xbox game, ended up having to be on the Xbox 360 because it took so long. And when I did, it was you know, in the same way how Infamous was for Sony. It was like a stocking filler game, and people liked it. Kind of relatively inoffensive as a bit of sandbox fun. And then because it was Microsoft and they didn't have like any fucking version exclusive, this was the closest thing to it. So that's how you got Crackdown 2 and 3, which is literally the same games, but one of them has Terry Crews in it. But at least I do feel like at least the kind of the actual like the publishers or game makers, whatever, kind of accept that it's stupid fun and they just make more of the same. Because it is, as I said, it's just light sandbox game fun.
Well, like from what I can see, the city was planned around being able to take explosions. I mean, you just shot 3 rockets at what is ostensibly just a glass pane, and not even a scratch on it.
That's how crime-ridden the town has been. That everything has had to be bulletproof and bomb-proof.
I mean, they've even coated the grass in explosive-proof coatings.
It's all just been painted with like a waterproof lacquer to keep the grass clear, green.
And explosion-proof.
It's just the optics of it. Like you don't want to ruin the green areas in the town. You know.
No.
That's when you know the morale of the city will go low.
Hey, this grass is just painted on.
So what we're doing here is literally just clearing out the rest of the inventory. Like they're basically making a stand here between these 2 buildings, and you're basically just waiting for them to spawn in and out like little waves, and then the game will arbitrarily say, "Okay, time's up, you win."
Okay, you've managed to kill the population of the Earth. Guess that's enough.
That'll do. Again, like not to say that it's an anticlimax, but like this being the actual final level is a very, very much a letdown. Because like you've literally climbed the tallest building to take down like a triad gang lord, and
yeah, but that wouldn't be realistic, Jonathan. You know, that cut off the head of the snake, the body famously doesn't die.
Yeah, well, no, it's a game trying to be consistent to itself because it did it for the last 2 bosses, which made sense because they weren't the big bads. Get off the rooftop.
I'm fairly certain he was a quantity surveyor.
Doesn't matter. He shouldn't have been up here. This is a war zone.
No, like quite literally, it was his job to be up there. He was just minding his own business.
I didn't see him wearing his hard hats.
Didn't need a hard hat. There's no construction. Do you think hard hats protect you from falling?
There will be after all this fucking explosions.
Well, no, as we've established, they coat everything with a waterproof lacquer.
Yeah.
Which famously makes things explosive resistant.
Famously. Because as we all know, most explosives use water as their base. So once you protect against the water, you protect against explosive.
And it just bounces right off. You can just rub off that explosion.
That's it. Just wipe it off your face. It's fine.
What's the sparkle? I want to know what that building is. It looks like a conference center of some kind.
Yeah.
But that wouldn't explain diner across the road.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of buildings that don't make sense in here. Like for instance,
they were just hiding out.
I was gonna say, why were 6 people hiding behind a tree? Like, why was that? How was that part of the operation?
Well, because that little guy hasn't done anything yet. You know it's going to be good.
Another frustrating thing is now I'm just waiting for others to appear. That's all I'm doing now. There's whatever little hidey holes they spawned in.
Beat the nearby race. Did you actually have to leave the area to make them spawn in?
I've had to do this before, right? Where I jumped into like a fairground kind of area. This is when I was fighting the cartel boss, and clearly that was meant to be the site where everyone spawns. But I jumped in from like the direction they didn't expect me to, which was like on the rooftops. So I landed there, nothing happened. I walked out the entrance, came back in, and 30 people appeared. Like, I was literally just there 2 minutes ago, lads. Like, where were you hiding from?
Okay, you know what? I rescind my game score. 2 fucking gas cylinders just on the ceiling, not hooked up to anything. Completely out of the way that makes sense for them to be hooked up to anything. You know, that's complete, like, dissonance of the game. You know, it's 5 out of 10.
And as you can see now, suddenly everyone's respawned again.
Whoa, that was a targeting. I got you in the air.
Which was kind of impressive, I'll be honest.
That was very impressive.
Yeah.
Jeez, they have heat-seeking rockets. I would love it if they landed on your head now.
Or like the rockets hit them instead, because they were the heat signature. But alas, the game was not smart enough to do that.
You're telling me this game is so clever because it's so dumb?
Yeah, just it does a full fucking 180. Oh,
that one nearly did a full 180.
It did a sharp turn towards my chin.
Well, at least you're using cover.
Again, it's like, but that not intentionally. It just so happens to be a nice like chest high wall for me to dance around.
Yes, but now we know that the chest high wall is the optimal strategy for all video games.
Ah, so this is where it all started.
Ah, the Crackdown wall, of course.
I remember it well.
Now, if only we had a button that glued your shoulder permanently to it.
Yeah. See, that's the next evolution. That's when Mass Effect comes into it.
I thought that was the Gears of War effect.
It was Gears of War, yeah. I was being... And we're done.
Hey!
And decided we found them all. We did it.
The Shai Gen Corporation is liquidated.
Liquidated? That's one word for it. We sent a one-man army in to fucking murder an old man. The corporation is liquidated.
They've gone into administration, agents.
We now own all their assets. Well done.
Well now.
And teaching them how to think for themselves and lead their own lives. Agent, your country
We're teaching them how to think for themselves, like Americans.
Yeah.
Okay. So is that the game? Okay. Okay. Oh, please tell me you just jump off this bridge to stop it all.
Congratulations, Agent. Peace at last.
Now that there's peace, we don't need you.
Evil criminal masterminds and their dominant empires.
Seriously?
You have returned law and order.
They were proud of those visuals.
You gave the people back their lives. Thank you.
Oh, the lineup of the cars in every primary color. See, guys, we managed to program in all these colors. We just had to show them off.
Who do you think supplied Los Muertos? Who do you think turned a blind eye to the Volk's activities?
Somebody just drove a fucking nuke through a town.
Who do you think ran organized law enforcement and ran it into the ground?